Hello there and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Celestial Toymaker. So let's get into it. So this animation came out 2024, this year as of recording this video. You might be watching it in the future, I don't know. But yeah, it came out a few weeks ago as of recording this video, and yeah, it was done by the same people who did the Web of Fear animation for episode 3 a few years back. I'm not sure if they've been involved in any of the other Big Finish animation things, but yeah, that's all what I could find that they've been involved in. And what do I think of this story? Well, first of all, the animation. I'm not usually a big fan of the 3D animation for Doctor Who anyway, but this, I feel like it really suited the style of 3D animation. I wasn't a big fan of the Web of Fear. I still thought it was good to watch, but I wasn't a big fan of the weirdness to it, but I think it really matches this story. Like, if you see like the Celestial Toymaker there and some of like the screenshots there from the episode, like you can definitely like get a sense of like how like wacky and like how like off the scale it was, if that makes sense. And what I also love about this animation is that they haven't done a sort of one-to-one recreation, which is what I quite like from these animations. What they do is they do what the production team at the time would have loved to do if they had the money and the time and the resources. Like, for example, the end of Evil of the Daleks, when the big spaceship on Skaro or whatever blows up and the Emperor blows up. If you look at some of the clips of like the model shots blowing up, it doesn't really look that impressive, but compared to the animation, it looks great. So that's what I love. Some people don't like it because it's not a one-to-one recreation. Personally, I don't mind that. I'm just happy that we finally have another space on the shelf filled thanks to a missing episode animation. But what do I think of the story overall? I mean, it was really good. I do think it could have been a bit better, but I do think the pacing was better. I did watch episode 4 on BBC iPlayer prior to this coming out. I think it was in the run-up to the 60th anniversary when it was announced that the Celestial Toymaker was returning in the form of Neil Patrick Harris. So yeah, I watched that. I wasn't too big of a fan of it. It did seem quite repetitive, but adding the animation and adding like the weirdness to it, like the scene of them creating like all the TARDISes and the dolls dancing. If you've seen the animation, then you'll know what I mean. But yeah, I just think the weirdness and like wackiness and to it just adds to the great feel of the story. And seeing it in colour, which I don't often do with animations. I mainly watch them in black and white to experience how people at the time would have experienced it. It looks absolutely amazing, and it feels like what they would have done at the time, if that makes sense. I think, yes, I know William Hartnell isn't there for most of the story, but from when he is there, he is really good at what he does. Same with Michael Gough, is that his name? The person who plays the Celestial Toymaker. I think he is just phenomenal at it. Really sinister and sort of like unaware, if that makes sense. And that's what I think. And that's what I think maybe we missed from the 2023 Neil Patrick Harris version of the Toymaker, is that you didn't really get that sort of like sinisterness, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do think both of the Toymakers are great in their own right. Also, the individual games I thought were a lot better than from like telesnaps and reconstructions that I've seen. especially seeing the final part, which does exist in the archives. Compared to the animation. The animation I just think is way better. Like, you just see a drop into the abyss, like along the hopscotch thing, whereas in the actual episode it's just a black floor and you can see it's a floor. You can very tell that it's been made on a very shoestring budget, but yeah, I do quite like how they've sort of like upscaled it, made it like a lot more deadly, and you can really feel like the high stakes of this. Like, you need to try and get it before the Doctor finishes the trilogic game. And I was looking at it and I thought, how fun would that game be to play? Not obviously with the like death implications and that, but I just think it would be really fun to play. So I'm hoping like Doctor Who releases that game as an actual board game to play. I just think that'd be really, really fun, personally. Also, as well, onto the special features for this release. I won't go too much in depth with these, just to give you a sense of what you're expecting when you're purchasing this product. I do really like the special features. The standout ones for me are the making of documentary. Great seeing how they animated the 3D-ness and how they've changed it from the Web of Fear one to the Celestial Toymaker version. Great seeing that, but the highlight of this is the escape room presented by Emily Cook. Love her like presenting style. I think she's great, and seeing Peter Purvis and Maureen O'Brien together, I just think they're so funny. And during like the title sequence of it, you can see other people, and judging by the title, The Collection, I think that we'll see some more of these, but on the collection set. So there does seem to be one with Sophie Aldred, Sylvester McCoy and Tony Malloy, so I'm expecting that on the season 25 box set when it eventually gets released. You see Fraser Hines, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing more of these. But overall, I really like this animation. If you'd asked me a few years ago what animation would I love to see, the Celestial Toymaker would have been number one. And when it got announced, I was really, really thrilled about it. But yeah, I'm really glad this came out. And yeah, it's such a great story, and I highly recommend you pick this up. You can get it on DVD, which in the UK at current time of recording, it is priced £14.99, and I believe the Blu-ray is £20, I think. And the Steelbook is still available at time of recording, and I believe that's £30. So if you want the Steelbook, I think maybe you should act on it sooner rather than later. But overall, this was a really good episode, and if I had to choose what would be the next animation, for me, it'd probably be the Highlanders. I'd just love to see Jamie's his first appearance. I think that would be great. That, or the Space Pirates, where you can see that story, because there was no telesnaps taken. So it'd be really great to see that. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you would like to see as the next animation. Let me know in the comments section down below, and let me know what you think of this story. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.